So let's talk about it. What did you think of the fight? Obviously, my thoughts are out there, but what were your thoughts on the fight?
I saw the highlights, but you know me, dude. I don't care about the fight at all. All I care about
Oh, here we go.
is the stupid judging system.
I knew it was coming. Yeah.
That's all I cared about. I was so upset. I actually started going on Twitter, which was crazy.
I know.
And,
It made you upset enough to be an influencer. It was crazy. He got so upset he turned into a YouTuber. That's wild, dude.
That is wild. Yeah, bro, because the split decision, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. You have the score. Whatever. You have some controversy, whatever.
Yeah.
But you hear Tyson say, in quote, after. I know he said some other stuff, but the main thing that I took from it, he goes, well, man, like if I knew I was down, I would have went for the KO, but my corner and I thought we were good. Like my corner was telling me,
here's the infamous
last 2 rounds, but the last round,
smelling
we're
salts
good.
situation.
We're up.
Right. That's what they were telling him. Like,
right.
And to be fair, there's something that we're going to circle back around to what you're saying right now because we need to talk about who's in that corner, at least in my opinion. All right, there's the big kiss of the cross there. Apparently the quote unquote inhaler. He was on smoke. Okay, so yeah, you're obviously talking about open scoring.
Yes, bro. It's just so annoying because it's not a true competition. You get confusion, you get regret. After the fight, you get guys being able to fall back to, man, but if I knew, and then they argue about I won. Then you get this long argument that I think I won. Well, I thought I was winning. No, I thought I was winning. Let's just do a rematch instead. Like, we shouldn't have to.
Right.
We shouldn't be guessing at the end. No one should be guessing, especially the fighters. It's just so annoying because then you get 2 guys who think they're winning, one guy is winning.
Right.
The judges know the score is already in fact, and then you get this big guessing game. To me, it takes away from competition.
No,
but
I
the
agree.
best thing of the night was
this sequence.
Tyson freaking breakdancing everywhere.
Yeah, talk to me about this sequence, man. What do you see here? Boom, left hand over the top. This is my worry about Tyson, is that he gets very comfortable in exchanges with his hands down because he's been successful the entirety of the fight doing it. The problem in this fight, honestly, to me, was he couldn't weigh on USYK, and this is something USYK is very good at, and you don't really see a lot in boxing. He's very good at framing in the clinch and using underhooks, and I didn't realize that until I watched him fight Tyson Fury, because Fury will intentionally try to overhook you and just lay on you.
Right.
But USYK would frame with his lead hand, get his underhook, pivot out, shove, and here we go again. And it wasn't a lot of effort for him to do it. Like usually, the little guy's got to really get the fuck off me. All right, here we go again. But it wasn't a lot of effort. You would turn, frame, and let go, and it was causing Tyson to it would break his rhythm, right? Because the way the fight went was USYK started the fight really well in the first round. The second round, a little toss-up, whatever. And then Tyson pretty much took control of the fight from 3-6, maybe 3-7, however you look at it, and was doing so with body work. Let's not forget, I thought he rocked USYK at a point in I don't know what round it was, but he hit him with an uppercut, and Usyk kind of had to bounce around and reset, which I thought was a good strategy. Use the uppercut for a shorter guy that's going to try to clinch, that's going to try to come in behind the high guard and level change, and then clinch behind it. I thought Tyson did well with that, but then it felt to me like Tyson got a little too one-dimensional, and that the threat of that big knockout or the threat of being hurt started to go away from Usyk as he started to land and as he started to continue to put pressure on Tyson. Usyk had the front foot the entirety of the fight.
Yeah, he was all over him.
All over him, which I thought was a little shocking for him to be walking down the big man over and over and over, and for Tyson to continue to try to box on that back foot. Yeah, you can win rounds with it, but eventually the way Tyson fights, he is, however tall he is, rumored 6'9", but he fights with his hands so low, and Tommy Fury gets in trouble doing this because he's shorter. We've talked about this before. Tommy tries to fight like Tyson, can't get away with it because he's shorter. Tyson can't get away with it with elite punchers. And eventually he gets caught. Boom, in exchanges. And again, you see it. Hands are low. I'm just kind of walking through the motions here. Boom, boom, pow. Hold that, son.
Mean left hand. Bro, Tyson is like the most durable fighter I've ever seen.
Someone said that Usyk has enough power at heavyweight to rock you, just not finish you, which I thought was hilarious.
But Tyson also is the most durable guy ever.
Well, he's also one of the bigger heavyweights ever, so it's like, yeah, he has not.
Bro, this is what I'm saying, bro. Also his balance is crazy for his height and size. Like the fact that he's not like falling over, that he's when you get rocked like this, I've been rocked like this, you don't know anything. Like you don't know where you are.
He gets caught again.
You can't find your legs. His feet were crossed. He still finds the ropes and is still like,
no, bro, he's in trouble.
That's crazy.
He's in bad trouble. Now, a lot of people were upset about Wade. Tyson admitted he's 6'7". Okay, so 6'7" is what we're gonna finally nail it to.
Okay.
A lot of people are upset that wasn't a stoppage right there, or at least a count earlier because of how many times he ping-ponged off the ropes. Because technically in boxing, a 10-8 or an 8 count should be started if the ropes keep you standing. We don't really ever see that happening. Like, we've seen guys get smacked and then fall into the ropes and then, high guard and lay on the ropes.
Right.
Technically, if you fall into the ropes and the ropes are the thing that bounce you back up to your feet, that should be where the 8 count starts. But it's rarely done. What did you think? Do you think that the referee should have stepped in earlier and started the count, or allow Tyson to just be finished in that moment? Because it was like people went, okay, either you're stepping in.
Well, if the ropes do keep you up, that's when the 8 counts was
right. So let's watch it again.
And the other times he bounced off
like
the ropes,
right here.
This one is yeah, but he's leaning on the ropes. So,
but if he doesn't lean on those ropes, he hits the ground. I know he's intentionally trying to lean on the ropes. I get
that's
that.
Different, though.
But
exactly.
you don't know
do
if he's 5 feet away from those ropes. Is he able to keep his balance while walking back?
Right, but that's so subjective because all the time when you're close to the ropes and you're falling back into the ropes like that. That's fine.
Yeah.
But this last one is super obvious. Like that's fine. Right
This one
here,
right here,
literally the ropes caught you.
which he does. He starts the 8 count there.
See how he uses the ropes to get back up?
Yeah.
Like when the middle ropes are catching you, like that's a completely different. When you're like laying on the top rope,
yeah,
like that happens all the time in fights. So it's so subjective. So it's like kind of.
I wasn't mad at this being the way it was handled. I think a lot of people in the moment, because of how awesome it was to see Usyk start to tee off, and honestly, a lot of people fucking hate Tyson Fury. Let's be honest. A lot of people, even from the UK, cannot stand the guy. Like did you see True Jordy's reaction?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
bro, let's play that.
Now,
granted, Jordy has
the ropes.
a little...
the ropes did save him, but that's part of boxing. The ropes can save you.
Right, exactly.
So
now, True Jordy does have some skin in the game. If you guys remember the fabled interview,
I saw that today.
That him and it's right here actually. So for people that are always wondering why Jordy does not like Tyson Fury, I'm sure it's more than just this, but this is a part of it.
Cheers, I think you're a tosser, you little tosspot.
Thanks.
And I won't be doing any more interviews with you little tosspot bearded.
No worries, mate. Thanks very much.
Kiss my balls, you little one. You little shit house.
Have you worked out how to close this phone? Are you all right?
That part.
Hit the button at the bottom. I wish you the best.
So obviously,
hit the button on the bottom, and then it did it immediately.
Obviously, that's part of the issue. But here is his reaction to this fucking this massive combination from Usyk.
Trading up at the minute, man. This.
Whoa! Tyson Fury is out on his feet. The fucking out. Tyson Fury is seriously going down. He's going down. He is out. Yes! I fucking nailed this bastard. Get in. Get in here.
Trading up at the minute, man. This.
I cannot believe him. He is the best in the world, dude. He's the best in the world. You have to admit it.
That was what we call that was personal.
That was personal, dude. That one was, let me just live my life vicariously for a second, which is again what fighting should be.
Correct.
When we talk about like the heavyweight boxing comeback, that's what it should be, man. Like
Yep.
At the end of the day, we're all fans. Now, granted, whatever, if we work for somebody in some capacity, whatever. But this is what you would get if you were in a household in the 90s and Tyson was doing his thing, or when Muhammad Ali beat George Foreman.
The whole world stopped on that one.
The whole world stopped, and that's the type of reaction you want, man. Like
people buy a radio, dude. People buy a radio, listen play-by-play. People sitting around the TV.
That's passion, bro. Like, I don't care that it's personal. Yes, make it personal. Make your fans feel like they're living vicariously through you. Now, granted, Jordy, it actually was personal, but still,
Right.
I want to see those reactions. That's what tells me when boxing is at its peak, at its highest level. Dude, I mean, listen, MMA at its highest level, it's hard for me to say there's a better combat sport than highest level MMA. But man, when boxing on it is this kind of stakes and has that sort of deliverance on the hype, it's hard to say that that's not the best.
Very hard. And also because of the history of it.
Yeah, bro.
Only one thing that ruins it, though. Only one thing that ruins
you want
it.
to go back to this? Okay, go ahead.
The freaking scoring thing at the end, dude. It could the fight, and people argue, dude. It's the suspense or it's the whatever.
Yeah.
No, it ruined the fight.
I don't think
The
it
fight-
ruined it, but yeah.
It ruined. No, because you don't know. You can't compare the difference.
What do you mean?
If they knew the score,
Mm-hmm.
right? If it's round 8 and they're in the corner and they get the score,
Yeah.
now you know you're down by a round or you know it's tied.
Mm.
You get a different fight. You get true competition. It's a different type of competition. Final round, you know the score. You're looking at Tyson Fury not fighting like he thinks he's winning. That's a different fighter. I don't care. It's a different fight. You fight differently. Everything is different.
Right.
They say, oh, it wouldn't change the outcome. It could have changed the outcome. And even if it didn't change the outcome, you would have had a truer form of competition. You would have got, bro, it's so frustrating when you see, when you ever watch a fight, we've all done this, and you see a fighter who you know is losing,
Yeah.
and you're like, you got to get the knockout. What are you doing? Go. And you're yelling at the camera to TV to tell him to go, to compete, to fight, because you know that he's losing. You know that he needs a knockout, and they think that they don't need it.
Yeah.
And they're dancing around and just fighting, and then the bell rings and they both raise their hands,
Yep.
trying to convince the judges. When you get fights like this, it would have been dope to see the desperation.
Yeah.
There should be desperation if it's a close fight. I hate that close fights end without desperation. The only time you get desperation is when it's a landslide and the guy's already winning anyways,
Mm-hmm.
and the other guy's losing so bad, and he tries to go for a win. But guess what? If the guy's losing really badly, he probably can't win the fight anyways.
True. Here's
So
the
he's
thing.
not good enough to get the win. If it's a close fight, I want to see desperation. Imagine tied like last round, bro. Seeing guys go toe to toe, like feeling like the whole fight's on the line, like knowing there's a
That's how
difference of
it
knowing
felt
that
at
you're
home.
losing.
Like it felt, and again, when you watch it back, it probably wasn't as close as it felt in that moment, just because of the work that USYK actually did when the fight turned. But
Yep.
it did feel like in those last 2 rounds, like, oh shit, we might have a draw coming here. Like we might have, I don't know what's happening, but we might have something, you know. But
Exactly. That's dumb. I hate it. I feel like maybe.
yeah, we didn't. No
Why?
one really
Why?
knew.
It would be way better if we knew, dude. Why? We're
Yeah.
just so used to the guessing thing.
Yeah, I think we've had ourselves be like
We're so used to it. We don't know
conditioned
anything
to it.
different.
Yeah.
I've always said this, but just imagine any other sport.
Yep.
Imagine a soccer game. Imagine like a close basketball game or close football game, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know the score. And then you find out after it was a 1-point score and they should have,
Right.
and they could have been desperate and tried to score. And they go, oh, well, they told me it was tied, but they didn't count correctly or something. We thought that was a 3-pointer, but it was a 2-pointer because the foot was on the line. Man, next time, let's run it back. This is so stupid. It's like, oh, if I knew, then they go, don't leave it in the hands of the judges. What do you mean, dude? That's why they're there, to score the fight.
Yeah.
We should know. The fact that we don't care about the judging is so crazy in an actual sport. Like
Mhm.
that we don't, it's a score. The controversy and the caring about the score is the dumbest thing ever. I hope that it changes, and I feel like we just need to try it. Somewhere needs to try it.
Yeah, I don't
So
know
we can
who's
get this.
Yeah. I don't know who's going to
And
do
it's
that, but
All you need to do is tell us the score. We don't have to like change the scoring system. We don't have to change the way it's scored, the whatever. Just show us and tell the fighters what it is.
I can't take no loss.